Disconnected.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Calling It podcast. I'm Justntime and I'm here with...
And I'm Mark Hadaba, and we're going to try and call it today.
Okay, so Universal announced a bunch of details on their brand new theme park, Epic Universe. And I don't know about you, but I am so freaking excited about this.
I am so excited. I saw those videos and just everybody's talking about it. The hype is real. The hype is all over the place. And
real.
I'm feeling it. I am feeling it.
Dude, it got us so hyped that it got us motivated to start our podcast.
It really did. It said, all right, it's time to go because we don't want to miss out on any of the cool stuff that is happening.
We got a year. Our goal, here, mark this now. Mark it now. Markie, mark it.
I'm
calling
it
it
right
now. That our goal is we have a year to get us off the ground and able to get us some media passes for the grand opening of Epic Universe.
I would freak out. I would absolutely freak out if that happened. I'm excited.
We didn't get those statues. We did not get those statues.
But we'll be there day one.
Yep. Everybody said we should have got the statues if we started this podcast a while ago. We didn't.
Yeah.
But you know what? When we make a lot of money off this podcast, we'll buy the statues.
I'm sure somebody's going to sell it on eBay.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a couple thousand. But a couple thousand for a statue when I have a lot of money? Sure.
And then I'll put it up on the shelf and
behind me. Dust.
Oh, yeah.
But we can tell our kids we didn't get a statue, but we bought it.
You know what? We did it all the same. We made the podcast and we got the statue just in a different way than everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm extremely excited. I've been following this since they announced it like around 5 years ago. And maybe even longer. I think it was 2018 is when they announced it. And it was crazy. They announced the Super Nintendo World. It was like dreams were coming true. Like, whoa, I get to go to the Nintendo World. Now, obviously, we already have 2 Nintendo Worlds, one in California and one in Japan. And I envy everybody who's been there already. But I've been holding out. I've been holding out because I know that the Florida one's going to be better. And from the concept art and the leaked pictures and from the wonderful Bio Reconstruct on Twitter, who's the helicopter man that flies over the theme parks and takes pictures for all of us. Yeah.
Bless you, sir.
Yes. I'm so glad that we were able to wait because holy cow, this park is almost, I think it's bigger than Islands and Universal put together, I'm pretty sure.
It's actually like their property is actually bigger than their entire property. So you have
the original property,
downtown Universal plus the 2 parks. It's like their whole property is bigger than that whole section.
All of City Walk and all the both parks, everything.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
City Walks. That's it,
dude. That's nuts. It's just for one park. Like it's hard to like picture that. And I think the whole like reason they did this was because it is going to be separated from the 2 original parks. It's not in the same area, so it's going to be like the Disney property. So if you want to go to like Epcot and then you want to go to like Animal Kingdom, you have to drive there. It's not like, a hop and skip, like a Hogwarts train. You can't do that. This is going to be different. And I think they did it on purpose so that if you do go to Epic, you can stay there. Like you don't have to leave and be like, but I want to go to like go shopping or something like at City Walk. No, like they're going to have that at Epic Universe in the Celestial Park.
Yeah. It's going to be like the center hub is going to be like almost, I mean, if you think about it, it's going to be like the City Walk. Their center hub is going to be a separating, like theme park size lands. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's honestly what's crazy about it is that from the amazing Alicia Stella over at Theme Park Stop, who gives us all of our news, she's been reporting for a long time that so technically she's calling it. She's been calling it for a long time that the center hub might even stay open, like for the public after a while. Give it like a year or two maybe, and when everyone's calmed down from the hype. But they might keep the hub open to the public, and then to get into the lands you'll need like theme park admission,
Hmm.
which is
Well,
interesting.
that would definitely make sense because of the hotel. I don't know the exact logistics on how far the hub is going to be from the hotel, but if there's a hotel there, you know that it's going to have
Yeah.
some kind of pathway to get
So when we look
somewhere in there, probably.
when we look at the concept art and the art that they released, the hub is in, or the hotel is part of the hub. So it's actually the first hotel to do that, I think, here in the States. I don't know if they've done that anywhere else. So I'm not like, don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure it's the first hotel to do that where it's part of the hub. So what's really cool is that if they keep the whole point, hold on, let me retract. The whole point of the lands being there and the hub open to the public is because Universal has been testing over at Islands of Adventure, and this is what they're going to be doing in the future, is facial recognition with your theme park pass. So
Whoa.
you just walk, and just like how you at Disney, like you just walk through the security now, you don't have to like have your bag checked, and like unless it's beeped, it's the same thing. You're just gonna like walk through the admission gate, and if your face is scanned and you have a ticket and it's linked, and you're good. You just walk right in. You don't have to stop and do your fingerprint or show your ID. You just walk right in. So it's flawless, seamless, which is awesome. Which that's how they can make it so the hub is open. And speaking of like the hub being open, what they said today in their video was that Celestial, or in the information, Celestial Park is going to be like putting the park back in the theme park. So like they want to make kind of um like a central park sort of thing for Florida, like where people can just go hang out. Like, hey, do you want to go on a picnic? Yeah, let's go to Celestial Park. So that I think is like a great idea, because I've been telling Sonia that Florida needs a big park, a huge park, like in different areas, like north, middle, and south of Florida, 3 different parks where people can just go hang out, like big ones, because
Yeah, and a park without alligators in it, because that's kind of a
yes,
big deal.
yeah, yeah. Well, then you have all those dumb people walking their little dogs. Anyways, that's probably being cut out.
Oh,
But no, I think we really do need like a park where you can just go to relax. Like we don't when you go to the theme parks, it's hectic, it's nonstop, it's rushing, it's what ride do we do next? What do we do next? There's no like real like just, hey, you want to sit and chill and like just like hang out here, and then maybe we can go to Nintendo, or we can go to How to Train Your Dragon later. Like we don't really have that. Like you go to Hollywood Studios over at Disney, and it's like, okay, we gotta do Toy Story, we gotta do Star Wars. Okay, and then we gotta walk all the way over here. And it's like, oh, it's exhausting. Like even with Universal, there's not really anywhere you can just sit and relax. Especially like Studios has the tiny little itty bitty New York area, but it's theme parks are about riding all the rides, eating food and snacks, and then going home exhausted. This seems like they're trying to change it, and they're trying to make a brand new like theme park blueprint where it's like, hey, you can come here and anytime you want. You don't have to just be coming here to go to a theme park. Like you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars just to walk in.
yeah. And
Which is awesome.
I think that the concept of, or maybe not the concept, but maybe the mindset behind going into a theme park is, I need to make the most of my money today because I'm
Yes,
spending
absolutely.
$60 to anywhere between $60 to $100. And if you're in Disney, probably spending about $120 to get into a park, and your mindset is, all right, I need to do anything and everything that this park offers
Yeah.
because I want to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
And I think that's a refreshing concept that, uh, let's take our time, let's have a good time. And as if we called it, and the center hub is actually not a part of the park, and you can kind of just go hang out there. Uh, People may be more inclined to just kind of take it easy, but I also see on the other side, just thinking about it, it could cause a little bit of congestion. I know it's a big park, and a big part of the park is that center hub. but it could cause a lot of congestion and a lot of like traffic, foot traffic, trying to get from one part of the park to the other. You have to go across the that center place. So I can also see them not wanting to do that. It's just kind of up in the air what they want to do with it. But I do love that idea of taking it step back and just letting your hair down and chilling in a theme park and enjoying your day, not focusing so much on I have to do every single thing, and just look at the trees and flowers and the beautiful landscape that they're doing, because the landscaping is another incredible feature of theme parks that people don't actually get to
Yeah,
enjoy because they're so busy with rides and food
the
and
little details of
little
the
details.
theming of everything.
So, and one thing that I really appreciated about this one was the whole theming of the celestial.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh,
it's incredible
it's
because
beautiful.
it's which I'm getting a lot of Greek. I'm going to geek out on you a little bit, but I'm getting a lot of Greek. I mean, even the hotel is called the Helios Hotel,
Yeah,
which is Greek, for the sun. And so there's a lot of little, like, I guess, solar system, Greek mythology interwoven in there. And I think I've seen some of the statues in the concept art where they kind of look like Greek sculptures and Greek architecture and little things here and there. So it's kind of interesting because maybe kind of like I guess a random concept that they were toying with was probably something like Olympus, or something like a world between worlds in Greek mythology or something like
yeah,
that.
it's definitely that because dude, they showed the celestial park and like we had this one concept drawing and that's all we used to look, and it was like, oh yeah, it looks good, just looks like a normal theme park hub, a little bit bigger. I see what they're doing. And then today they showed like the concept art and the fly through, like the CGI fly through, and oh my gosh, dude, I honestly, this is probably going to be the most beautiful park out
Oh
of
yeah,
all theme parks. Like this is, to me, this is on level with Tokyo Disney Sea, and
yeah,
like
in uniqueness.
yeah, and how they're theming, because like all those theme parks over there internationally, most of them, they're beautiful. They're absolutely
Yeah.
stunning, and it's like I dream to go there. And now it feels like we're actually getting a park like that. First of all, it's like the first big park ever in 25 years, and
I
this
know,
is
and
huge. I'm
can I
26.
just can I just say that I am absolutely ecstatic to be looking forward to a brand new theme park.
Yes.
It has been so long. I mean, I think the last one I went to was Legoland when it opened. I know that it opened in California, which I actually went to the one in California when it first opened, and then they opened one in Florida, and I didn't get to didn't get to go on go to that one for quite a few years. I just recently went a couple years ago, but
That's
I
not like a big theme park. That's like a
no, it's a small little
yeah,
park,
yeah.
which is cool. It's a fun little thing, but it's not an actual huge theme park. Which
It's not
I
an
actually
Islands of Adventure or something
Yeah,
like that.
which I'm gonna date myself here, but I remember when Islands of Adventure first opened up, and I was ecstatic because I was a little kid and I was a nerd for Jurassic Park, and that park blew my mind when that park first opened up. And like I went into the visitor center and saw all the really cool things in there. As a kid, I went crazy for everything in
That's
there
awesome.
and riding the rides and everything. The Jurassic Park ride was it was my favorite. It possibly is my favorite. I mean, it's up there with Spider-Man. I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
but
Spider-Man. Whew.
yeah,
These new rides, I have a feeling, are gonna blow it out of the park. But Spider-Man
I
is my top tier. Like, as much as I love like Rise of Resistance and I love like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that, Spider-Man is still like the epitome of like great set design,
oh
screen
yeah,
usage, vehicle
it holds up.
moving.
It holds up,
It's 25 years old and it's still
and
like
it
the best
still
ride
holds
in the
up.
world.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's, and I'm gonna say this, controversial, and I'm a massive, if you know me, I'm a massive Spider-Man fan. It's Spider-Man cosplay for years. I collect web shooters, comics, everything. I've never been on it. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, Disney Spider-Man ride at Avengers Campus looks pretty poo-poo compared to this 25-year-old Spider-Man ride. Pretty cool. You can shoot webs out of your hands. That's all you're doing. There's nothing exciting. Like, you're not being chased by villains, and you're not seeing Spider-Man fight in front of you and stuff like that. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, oh yeah, cool, but like, I could shoot webs. That's awesome. But how many times does that get old after a while? Like, I don't know. You know, I know it's supposed to be like a video game, but I just feel like every time I ride The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, I'm just mind blown. I'm just like, oh, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh, that's so good.
I agree, and I think I guess I know what they were trying to do at that park. They were trying to like emulate the Toy Story mania and get that whole
And
feel of like
they had a very
in
small amount
Marvel,
of space to make
but
that ride.
but yeah, and honestly, that whole park in California it's very limited on space.
Yeah.
Everything is just. I was surprised when they were going to release California Adventure. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah,
But
they showing his age again.
yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember when Animal Kingdom opened up. I'm that old.
Do you want to know? Do you want to feel old? Want to feel even more old? My
Go
dad
ahead.
went for an interview when they were building Animal Kingdom when I was a baby, and
That
saw the tree being built.
that is cool.
So I
And
was a
also, I
baby.
do feel old. I mean, I was young. I was young. Don't get me wrong. I was very young. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, I think.
Yeah.
But I was old enough that I went and I had the best time of my life going to Universal's Islands of Adventure when it first opened up, and also Animal Kingdom. Shout out to them because I loved all things animals as a kid too. So
I
going to ride
was
the Kilimanjaro safari, or sorry, the Harambe Safari. Shouldn't forget that name. Uh,
yeah,
but
for real.
the safari ride and going on all that. Oh man, it just makes me so much more excited that there's a brand new park that's opening up, and the hype is. It's if not the same, it's way more
Yeah.
than what it was because like you said, it's beautifully designed. The concept art is
It's yeah,
incredible,
and it's
and
the
it just
technology
looks
that
awesome.
is gonna be there. Like, it's all brand new. It's not recycled ride like tracks or something like that. It's not limited in a space. Like, oh, we're building a new ride, but we have to be in this space, so it's not gonna be like as great or something like that. They're not restricted. It's brand new. It's a fresh start. It's super exciting. And like I said, 25 years, like, I'll be honest, Marky, I grew up with just all four parks being here for Disney and Islands of Adventure and Studios at Universal, and obviously like Busch Gardens, but like those were always there. This is my first time ever being like, holy crap, this is a brand new park. Because
Yeah.
I was a little bit over a year old when Animal Kingdom opened, and I was 4 years old when California Adventure opened. So yeah, I have no concept of them not existing.
Yeah. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome, and I'm really happy with what they've shown us and what the like you said, everything looks brand new. Everything looks fresh and innovative, and it's going to be. I know it's going to be mind blowing. I know that we probably want to talk a little bit about the lands, so I won't get too much into that because I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
Oh man. But more on like Celestial Park. It's so cool that I love the concept, like you said, the Greek, and I love the names. How for me, it's like refreshing to hear something that's not like Studios Adventure. It's like Helios Hotel, Grand Hotel, and Celestial Park and stuff like. And the main entrance gate is the Kronos Gate. I think that's what they said. It's
Yeah,
the
which is another Greek name.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have like something refreshing to like talk about and say. And so I guess I'll start at the main gate. Dude, concept art, obviously I haven't seen it in person, but the concept art and the statue, oh my gosh. That I was wondering what the main gate was going to look like, what they were going to do. And in the concept art, it looked like it was just going to be another Studios gate, and I was like, oh, that's kind of bland. But no, it's beautiful. I love the design. I love that it is the planets aligning, and it's opening a portal on this Chronos device that is opening a portal to the world of Celestial Park, and it's like you said, a world between worlds, and it's like like you said, like our world between worlds hub, where then we can use other portals and other gateways to go to these other worlds that we've always imagined. Like that's so genius, and whoever came up with that, like, bravo, you must have played Roller Coaster Tycoon.
For real.
I used to make that stuff on Roller Coaster Tycoon all the time, and I never thought that they would actually do stuff like this. It's awesome.
Yeah, I used to play that too, and I used to do similar things all the time. But yeah, I was blown away with that stinking entranceway, just how different it is from their other things. Because Islands of Adventure, you have like the port of call, where you have like the lighthouse, and it's kind of like you're going into these different islands of adventure, and no pun intended. And then on the other side, Universal is like you're going into the movies, right? And this one is like you're going into another universe, and it's really gives you that feel. And here's my calling it moment for the hub. I think that there's a story behind it. I think that they're working on it, but I think that there's actually going to be some kind of overarching story that is going to be explaining what this central hub is and why these other portals have opened up to these other worlds. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have some kind of maybe like kids like adventure, kind of like how they do the Perry the Platypus one around in Epcot, or they do different kind. I remember they used to do the sorcerer at Magic Kingdom. They had the sorcerer cards, and you could go, and there was like a miniature story for kids to go within the
Universal's ever done something like that, but this would be the perfect time to do it.
It would be the perfect time, and on top of that, it would be like, okay, there's a mission for you to go. You have to go into this other land, and I know that the bigger, I guess, goal of a lot of these theme parks, especially Disney, that what they've been trying to do, and I guarantee you, because whatever Disney does, Universal is trying to either outdo it, or there's always that competition is immersion. I know Disney is big on immersion. I mean, look at what they did with the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Fantastic.
Hold on. Remember, Disney's always been good with theming, but what got Disney to go into full immersion was Universal when they opened Harry Potter, because they were the first ones to do it. And then Disney was like, hold on, you did what? And finally Universal was a huge competitor to Disney, and Disney opened Pandora and then Galaxy's Edge, and obviously amazing, both of them. And so now Universal's like, oh yeah, well, look we're going to do it even bigger.
So all credit to Universal for starting it.
Seriously. And real quick, as we're on this topic, everyone's talking about how Disney's not announcing anything, and how they're not competing against Universal with this fifth gate, new gate. I think it's because Disney obviously knows it's going to be a success, right? They know that Universal's going to have some struggles probably on opening day. Things aren't going to run right. Things are going to break down. It happens almost every single time. But I think Disney has something secret up their sleeve. I'm being very optimistic. I could be completely wrong, but I'm calling it right now. This is me calling it. They have something secret up their sleeve right now. Is that a fifth gate? I don't know. Because I don't know what they could do as a fifth gate besides copy Universal and do a multiverse thing. Because they already got Animals, they already got Studios, they got freaking Epcot, and they have Magic Kingdom and California Adventure. So like they have all these other parks. I don't know what they could do for fifth gate. That's not me. That's Imagineering. Pay me enough and I'll come up with one. But I have a feeling they're waiting. They're waiting for this hype to die. And because they did learn their lesson with Harry Potter. Because they didn't think it was going to do. They think it was going to do good. They turned J.K. Rowling down, And they're like, no, we're not, unless you do it our way, we're not going to do Harry Potter and the Magic Kingdom. And then J.K. Rowling said, okay, well, look, they're doing it. Forget you. And yeah, and then Disney was, biting their nails. I think Disney is observing. I think they're being sneaky. I think they're watching. I think they're going to write notes and be like, okay, let's copy this, but do it better, sort of thing. And I bet you would say not this D23. Could be, but I doubt it.
I would doubt it.
But in maybe a year or two, maybe 3, Disney will announce something big for their theme parks, where we're all like, "Oh, did not see that coming."
Mark I can see that.
I called it.
and Disney just has talking a little bit more about land. Disney just has so much land, like ridiculous their land amount. Like I know it's probably common knowledge, but their land mass is the same size of Manhattan. Like it is massive how much land they have. So they they honestly have used probably, I think it's like they said they used like 30% of it, 20% of it. It's a very small amount of how much land they've actually used to build hotels, parks, attractions. All of that is very small, so they can expand. And it's going to be exciting to see how they try and come back from that. And on the other side, Universal, they were restricted by very very restricted on how much they could expand and go, because they were in this very, very small area and they filled it up with I mean Universal was 50%, and then they added in City Park or City Walk and Islands of Adventure, and they are out of room. So the fact that when they announced that they were coming out with a new park, I was like, where are you putting this thing? I was like, are you going to move the highways?
That's exactly what they did, Markie. That's exactly what they did. They literally went to the state of Florida and said, hey, we have this new park we want to build. It's massive. It's going to provide so many jobs. But also, just to make sure you say yes that we can build this, we're going to build like a new highway. And that's like what they did. Forgive me, I don't remember the exact terms. I don't know, interstate, whatever. I just know that they're building a huge road that I think Florida has been wanting to build, but they haven't. And Universal's like, we'll do it for you if you approve us building this park. And it was like a win-win situation. And that's literally what they did. It's so funny how you said that, because they literally was like, they had like, yeah, we'll build a whole new highway just to come to our park. And I'm pretty sure the new Bright Line or the new whatever has a station at Universal or near Universal. And watch, they're gonna calling it now. Add a train station over at Epic Universe, dude. Put it in the Celestial Hub or something. Like that'd be dope.
That would be incredible.
You could take a train from Miami straight to Epic Universe. Like that, dude. Disney said no to the Bright Line to go to Disney Springs. They canceled it. I don't get that.
Ridiculous.
I really don't.
They may have done it for money, because I guarantee that would have been a lot of money. They have a lot of because I mean, you look at it, it's surrounded by hotels, roads, parking garages. It's like that's a very secluded spot, but like they could have made it happen, and they should have made it happen. So here's hoping that Universal takes up on that offer. Before we move on, I also wanted to talk about the dueling comet coaster that's coming out.
Oh my gosh.
Because coasters are my jam. And I have to tell you, that has me so hype for this reason, because I'm not calling it, because I know this is what they're doing. I just know it. I know it's the spiritual successor to Dueling Dragons, which was one of my favorite roller coasters like ever. And I was super sad that they removed it, but I mean, they put in the motorbike roller coaster from Harry Potter, which was a great put in. But I love the fact that they're bringing back a dueling coaster
and done right this time, where it's not gonna like cause like problems.
and done in the theme of the central hub instead of one of these other, which it would have been really funny if they would have stuck it in Burke in the How to Train Your Dragon Land, Dueling Dragons. That would have been really funny. I would have loved that, but You know what? I'll take a dueling comet coaster any day. I am very looking forward to riding that. And I'll talk about the other roller coasters when we get there, but they are definitely keeping with the roller coaster park ideal, which I love that
Thrills,
because
baby. Universal's
thrills,
all about thrills.
all about thrills. I love it.
So the name of the coaster, Markie, is Starfall Racers. And it's a roller
Gotcha.
coaster that races across the cosmos. And it says on their website, blazing through the skies of Celestial Park, Starfall Racers is a dual launch racing coaster that hurls you across the cosmos. So it's supposed to be like you're riding on a shooting star.
Dude, that is epic.
It is, yeah.
No pun intended. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's gonna kill me.
That's got to be the whole reason they did it, because they're like,
yeah,
what do we name our new theme park? And just they had all these concepts, and everyone was just going like, that's epic. And they're like, we just got Epic Universe.
All right, Epic Universe. That's what we're going with.
Here, I'm gonna give some details on the Starfall Racers. Yeah. Ride a shooting star across the cosmos. Share a race across the cosmos on Starfall Racers, a breathtaking dual launch coaster reaching incredible speeds up to 62 miles per hour. Board a comet and rocket to the furthest reaches of the stars at heights up to 333 feet along 5,000 feet of track. Race along an inverted crisscross known as Celestial Spin in a dazzling display of blazing colors and ethereal music. Holy cow.
That is exciting. So they're putting in like ethereal music.
Yeah.
That is exciting. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be some kind of spectacle at night, because I mean they're making mention of colors and and I guarantee you they're going to have calling it. And this just came to me. I really hope that this is the case. But what if as the coaster is going at night on the track itself, as it's going over these different areas, what if the track lights up as if it's a trail,
a
trail of behind the comet? That would be incredible and beautiful.
It says right here, actually, it says fast fact: comets light up the night sky with no external track lighting at night. The fully illuminated ride vehicles appear as comets shooting across the night sky. So the track isn't going to be lit up, only the vehicle. So when it's dark and you can barely see the track, you'll see the vehicles going past in the night sky.
That is so cool. So I was half right.
Yeah.
Look at that. We already on the first episode called something. It was confirmed.
Mark it right there. Boom. It counts. Future fans.
Clip that chat.
That's dude, I can't. That's gonna be amazing. And it's a dual launch coaster. It's not just an old like a chain. It's just, and that's what I love about Universal too, is that like most of their roller coasters are launch coasters, and that's what I love, because the launch is what gets your adrenaline pumping, and then the rest is just you're going for the ride. I love it. Yeah,
the Velocicoaster, it quickly became my favorite roller coaster of all time.
Oh yeah,
that just incredible engineering on that thing. It's so cool, and just a fabulous design. Just how you're going through the raptor paddock, and the Velociraptors like
it came out of nowhere too. I feel like it was nowhere. Okay, raptor roller coaster, awesome.
Yeah, we're just releasing this new roller coaster, no biggie. And just completely blew all our minds in that. And again, in the zero space, like Islands of Adventure, Universal, they managed to find space in no space at all. It's incredible.
It's crazy.
So I know we'll probably talk about future expansions, which I am super excited, because you know that it will be absolutely full.
Oh man.
All of these different portals when they get to starting expanding.
We'll get back to that in a little bit, because trust me, I got some calling it right there. Okay. Oh boy. We can't get ahead of ourselves.
All right.
So let's talk about the carousel, the Constellation carousel. Not just any carousel, dude. This, in the concept art, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see we have the concept art right now. It's beautiful. I love one of my favorite things that I'm learning about myself right now is that I love when purples and blues are like mixed together. It's something about the light blue mixing with the light purple, then dark blue, and like kind of like a galaxy. It's beautiful, and that's what this looks like with gold, like architect around it. Oh my god, chef's kiss. So this is what it says. It says, discover a new spin on carousels. Climb aboard this imaginative carousel where the cosmic energy of the universe enables guests to ride the constellations themselves. Guest carriages include celestial lions, dragons, peacocks, and more. Each carriage turns 360 degrees while lifted riders up to 6 feet in the air. Celestial music and color dazzle your senses as you whirl and twirl together across the Milky Way. So this isn't just a carousel that spins. Each thing that you can sit on spins 360 at the same time, taking you 6 feet up in the air. And I don't know if you saw in the video, but like it's not just going to spin in a circle. Like besides the other thing spinning, there's like little platforms that also spin inside the big platform that spin. Like the whole thing is spinning. Everything is spinning.
It's super cool looking. I'm looking at the patent right now for it, and it's super crazy how they have it designed, because it's supposed to be like a universe. So there's these constellations that are rotating within the universe itself, and those things are rotating around an entire axis, and it's super cool. It was brilliant how they decided to form that and make that. It just goes again right along with the theme, just keeps that magic, I guess, if you could say that, and keeps you immersed.
Disney's knocking.
Sorry,
excuse me.
No, sorry, I don't mean to take your trademark. Don't sue me, Disney.
The epicness.
The epicness. All right, so just a little overview of what we're going to expect with this ride. So survey a canopy of the stars. It says the ceiling of a constellation carousel is a star tracker featuring rotating celestial star patterns with a center mesmerizer creating a ribbon cone effect above you while riding. So it's going to be messing with your mind a little bit on is what I'm getting from that. It's going to be a visually kind of not dizzying but dazzling experience, looking around and seeing all of these. Like, I'm wondering what they mean by constellation. I'm wondering if the animals themselves of the carousel are going to be kind of like some kind of constellation shape.
Well, they're supposed to be based off of the constellations, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
like,
so it'll be like a constellation of a lion, or a constellation, as it said, in a peacock, and so you'll be riding a constellation, which is pretty unique. And I don't think I've ever heard or seen a carousel doing anything like that.
Yeah, no, especially if everything is like the animals can turn 360 and the platform is 360, but then like, and if you look, there's multiple platforms, so they're all on one big platform. So as the big platform is spinning clockwise, there's other platforms in this big one that are also spinning in other directions. So it's gonna look like, I don't know, like a giant clock or something. Like, you know, like those window displays where you look in and you see a bunch of different things moving around. Like it's gonna like a kaleidoscope, probably. That's probably what they're going for, like the effect of a kaleidoscope. Like probably, everything, all the colors and the music. It's definitely, like you said, it's gonna feel like dazzling. That's a great word. Yeah, so there's also a water play area, it looks like, that they're going to do. They said it has the compass for the land there. So I guess the compass, like, you know, a giant compass is going to be shooting out water. Cool. I do feel like every theme park should have a water area, especially here in Florida, because 99.9% of the time we are all sweating and dying.
So if you don't got a water ride, you better have a water feature.
Yeah, if you don't have a water ride, you better have an area where I can absolutely get soaked without, like, you know, walking around on concrete and dying and everything. So that's cool. They didn't really put a lot of information on that. It's probably just a little play area. The fountains look neat. It looks pretty. I'm sure it'll be a nice, relaxing time. for those that have kids, I will probably just stick my head in it and walk away.
Until you get kids.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's any water rides here, so that's good on them. In Celestial Park, besides the beautiful park that it is with the rolling, like, I think they said there's gonna be like rolling valleys, which is really neat, and like a bunch of water and statues, like you said, of Greek gods and all kinds of stuff. There are several restaurants. Amazing. I'm already getting hungry just thinking about them. There's one called Atlantic, which this one I probably will never eat at because I don't like seafood, but I will
That's
join.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I will join you, Markie. You can eat, and I'll sit next to you. I'll eat the chicken fingers.
You can watch me eat my. You'll eat the chicken fingers while I eat like sushi or some kind of Chilean sea bass. That was a Jurassic Park reference. Yeah, some kind of delicious entree of fishy proportions, and you can have your chicken nuggets and just be happy with that.
Yep, I will. Oh, you know what? Since you like seafood so much, why don't you go ahead and read the description?
All right, let's do that. Let me pull it up. All right, so the website describes it as an undersea adventure in fine dining. So, across the shimmering waters of the Neptune Pool, another that's a Roman reference there. Neptune is a Roman reference. In Celestial Park, Atlantic is an undersea culinary fantasy inside glass walls reminiscent of an enormous Victorian aquarium. Starfish dwell peacefully with serene illuminated fish swimming above you.
Oh, wow.
Indulge in exceptional seafood and steaks. You can have a steak, there you go.
Hey.
Or enjoy cocktail at the lively Aquaria bar. And then, of course, enjoy amazing seafood and steaks at the Atlantic Celestial Park, one of the Universal Epic Universe's most unforgettable dining experiences. And the decorative fish that line the ceiling are surrounded by metallic curtains that shimmer as they sway, creating the illusion of being underwater in a massive aquarium.
Holy crap. So basically, this restaurant is underwater. They're going to put fish, probably two-way pieces of glass. So when you look, because if you look at this concept art, it looks like you're looking into like a giant aquarium and there's people inside. So two-way glass, maybe, calling it now, where there's fish swimming around and it looks like people are sitting there eating, but they're underwater with fish swimming around them. And then above them, they said there's going to be fish swimming above us, which is probably an aquarium above us, which is nuts. Like, that's crazy. Wow. So the fish get to swim around you while you're eating them. So, interesting.
Mind if I watch you while you eat, my friend?
Yeah. I want that one. And they take out a harpoon and
yeah, just right through the glass. No, but it looks really nice. I love the design of it. It's a very beautiful.
All this architecture is
it's incredible.
Breathtaking.
It is it's got the white columns with the gold leaf wrapping around it, all going up to the top of the column with shells that are with gold leaf on them, kind of like an Art Deco style, with the hard angles and the top. Just a beautiful, and then of course it has like these what looks like mermaid fins draping down the side of the columns. It's going to be beautiful, and I, for one, will enjoy fish in that restaurant.
I will enjoy steak. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Okay, the other dining experience that they have, besides the many quick dining and snack areas and sweet shops that are going to be in there that have names, but we're just going to talk about the really big stuff right now, people. The Blue Dragon Pan Asian Restaurant. Okay, pause for a second. A little bit different when it comes to design compared to the rest of like the Celestial Park. Everything else is very, like you said, Greek and Roman and stars and universe, and then all of a sudden there's just like, bam, Japanese Asian place.
Yeah.
I like the design though. I will. It's very cool. This looks more like it's connected to the hotel, so maybe the transition will be a little bit easier. But you know what? In person is probably different. It's just very interesting how it like. I don't know. Very interesting choices. I get they don't want to make everything like Greek and everything, so they had to go with something. But I don't know. They could have put the dragon restaurant next to How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know.
They should put us in charge.
Yeah, hire me.
Yeah, maybe.
I promise you I've called it several times, okay, Universal? I just haven't had it recorded. That's why we're doing this. So the glow of neon and the allure of Asian delicacies. Take a culinary journey across Asia at the Blue Dragon Pan Asia restaurant in Universal Epic Universe. Step inside a bustling courtyard where it's always evening under the glow of ethereal lanterns. Enjoy authentic Pan-Asian cuisine as dazzling neon dragons chase across the walls or curl up with a cocktail at the Tiger Bar. In this concept art, we can see what they mean. So it's always going to be like evening on the inside. Pretty cool. You can see they're still sticking with the universe thing. You can see the constellations and stuff above you. So it looks pretty neat. It still is like a little bit weird theme wise, I feel like. But hey, I'm probably pretty dumb, and other Justin in the future is gonna be like, "Wow, this is amazing." But I mean, the second concept art. I don't know if you can see it, Marky, but
yep,
holy cow, that does look really cool with the lanterns.
It looks very nice. And besides seafood, I also happen to be. I'm just a foodie in general, so you know that I'm going to try everything everywhere. But I also love Asian food, so I am excited to go to this restaurant as well.
That I do.
And good. So you get something besides steak or chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm. I am very picky, but I do love like ramen and when it comes to sushi, I don't like fish, so California rolls. But you know,
so to agree with you, I do think that the theming on this is a little bit different. I don't think personally, I don't think it necessarily it doesn't feel as flush. However, like you said, with the constellations, I think it ties it together a little bit better. And definitely with that open sky look with the lanterns floating above you.
Yeah.
I think it's generally beautiful. It's going to be beautiful no matter what, even if it doesn't fit. I'm still glad that they're making it. It looks great. I'm sure the food's going to be fantastic, and I'm definitely looking forward to exploring this place because it looks great.
Well, speaking of exploring it even says here that celestial magic hidden in plain sight. Be sure to keep your eyes open while dining. The signage hanging around the restaurant contains many Easter eggs of Celestial Park you won't want to miss. So that's pretty cool. So like right now we're saying, you know what, I'm gonna call it on ourselves. Right now we're saying the theming is a little bit jarring because you see all the other stuff. It's how we said earlier, and then all of a sudden it's like this Asian area. But I bet you know what? While we're walking around, I bet you it flows. I bet you they'll have it transition pretty well, and we'll be like, "Oh, well, we were done in the past."
Wow!
Yeah,
that whole video we can start away.
Yeah, wow. Dums. There's going to be a Nintendo Superstar store. Take all my money now.
We're talking about Nintendo. Let's
all
go.
My money now. Take it all right now, please, because oh my goodness. They don't even need to tell me. I already know what's going to be in there. It's going to be nothing because I'm buying it all. I knew there was going to be a Nintendo store on the outside of the park. It just makes sense. And I've been hearing it from sources. But if you I did not expect this architect. I want my house to look like this.
It's definitely giving me Which I know that's kind of the theme of the ride, the Mario Kart ride was the Nintendo 64 land, but it's definite. The store is definitely keeping with that theme.
Dude.
It's giving me Nintendo 64 Mario, and I am here for it. It looks so good, so awesome. The architecture, like you said, is fantastic.
If you don't know me, massive Nintendo nerd here. Like, you think you're a nerd? Think again. I live and breathe Nintendo. Okay, I'll show a picture of my wall of my figures that is a money black hole. My art, all my stuff. I have so much stuff in storage. I can't. I'm dying to go to Nintendo World, and I just knew if I waited, this would be great. Now I have a dedicated shop. If you look at this building in the concept art, there is statues. Not only stained glass windows of the characters, Mamma Mia put that in my church. There are statues of the characters, Donkey Kong and Bowser. Oh, chef's kiss. Amazing. There's Toad and Toadette. There's Yoshi. There's a freaking Mario fountain. Oh my gosh, forget the Muppet fountain at Hollywood Studios. This is it, dude. Like, this is amazing. I can't even pause, hold up, calling it now. And Nintendo likes to put little Easter eggs, like they have Pikmin in Nintendo World, right? All over the place.
Oh yeah.
Is it just me? Am I crazy? Do I sound dumb for calling this one? Someone also do like a calling that they got wrong video. That'd be hilarious. I'd love to watch that. But do you see the what is that? The wind compass thing on the very top of the building? I don't know the actual name of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Does that look like an unknown to you?
That definitely looks like an unknown. That was my first thought. Oh my lord, that is incredible.
From what we know, from what I've seen from rumors, which is a different video, click this link. Listen to this video in the future because we have not recorded it yet. Simpsons is supposed to be going goodbye to be Pokemon. So we'll be talking about that soon. But Super Nintendo World, not Super Mario. So it's going to be all things Nintendo. Even though Mario's all over, just like Mickey Mouse, it's their mascot. But listen, people, that is an unknown. That looks to me like an unknown. I'm just saying.
I know we're going to talk about it in the future. We haven't done it yet. But Legend of Zelda stuff, going to be in there too.
Don't even get me started. So anyways, this building, back on track. Love it. I don't know if you can see, but I don't know. I'm not an architect, people. My cousin is. She's in Australia. If she's listening to this, she's probably shaking her head like, really? You don't even know the name of it? You see the symbols going across in the middle of the building?
Yes, it's like the star.
It's the power-ups. It has a question block. It has a fire flower. It has a star. It has a coin. And not only that, Markie, there is a Super Mario Sunshine Shine Sprite on the back where you see the Yoshi, but on that side there's also a Luigi, I'm pretty sure, from the concept art, and there's a Shine Sprite on there. Mario Sunshine content? Oh my
100% here for it.
Love it.
I remember when that game came out. I played it, and I was, it was also it was right up there for me with Super Mario Galaxy. Both of those brilliant games.
And this is controversial, but I mean, it's probably our generation. Well, my generation more a little bit because you grew up more to 64 than I did. I like Sunshine more than Mario 64. I'm gonna say.
Wow. Yeah. That is honestly a okay take. I will accept that just because of how good Sunshine was.
I like Sunshine more than 64. I have so many childhood memories with Sunshine. I love it. It's great. I love it so much. I love 64 also, but I have more memories with Sunshine. I gotta say it.
I get it. And you know what? This is weird, but as I was looking at this in my mind, I was hearing the Delfino Plaza music play.
Oh, stop. Oh.
And it was like, do, 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 do,
Be
do, do.
still my heart. Oh, my God. Okay, it'll never happen. Calling it now, but it'll never happen. But if they did an expansion or if they did a water park area for Nintendo and it was Isle Delfino,
Oh my Lord.
gosh. Oh, that's a dream. Okay, gotta put that down for a just-in-time video. Because, whoo, dude, that would be so freaking good. Wow.
That would be incredible. I would go and jump in the water, and I never do that.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Power moons are also on there from Super Mario Odyssey. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So it's just a celebration of all things Mario and Nintendo. That's the first concept art. We're not even on to the next. The second, okay. I'll read this part. Just
go ahead.
Okay. It's an entire store full of Nintendo toys and apparel. Oh my god. Gaming fans will find something to level up their fun at the Nintendo Superstar store in Celestial Park. Step inside and discover toys, apparel, and other colorful keepsakes and souvenirs based on characters from Super Nintendo World and more. Pray for my wife, people, because we have no space now. Just wait from a year from now. We will have no space at all. We're going to buy a house.
You're going to be like Islands of Adventure trying to find a place for a roller coaster.
Dude, no, for real. I am already taking up wall space. I'm not even joking. Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
Located just outside the portal entrance to Super Nintendo World, the Nintendo Superstar store in Celestial Park is where you can level up to collect toys, apparel, and all things Nintendo. So the original concept art, right now we're not looking at the full screen concept art, but I'll point it out in the video if you're watching on YouTube. There is like you see the fake merchandise, right? The concept art of merchandise, the booze, the power ups, all that kind of stuff. There's actually a Luigi in a T pose, and it's the Casino Luigi from the mini games on the DS from the DS games, and it is absolutely hilarious that they put a T posing Luigi in this concept art. I don't think people thought that we would see that, but we're nerds, so
of course we saw it.
If I don't get it, is that false advertising, Universal? If I don't get a T-posing Casino Luigi toy, I would be upset.
I will be upset.
I love it. If you look up, you'll see a constellation of Bowser, so they're gonna have the characters as constellations. Oh, chef's kiss. Peach's statue. I love this architecture. It's like, this is what my house, if I could build a house without my wife being like, no, I want it this way, this is how I'd build it. like beautiful architecture with just a peck, just a kiss of like Nintendo and stuff I love. Like the statue of Peach. Like you look everywhere else, it's like, oh, normal house, and then all of a sudden there's a monument to Mario. Super excited about the store. I'm going to be spending so much money, Markie. It's don't let me bring my credit cards and stuff because it's going to be bad. You thought Galaxy Z was bad.
Yeah. I know you spend money every time you go.
Yeah, I do. And this is going to be worse because I already know there's some figures I want that they have in the other stores, like Chef Toad figure. I need that for my collection. Oh well. Wow. This podcast was so long that I had to cut it into 2 parts. So make sure you tune in to part 2 where we talk about more Epic Universe news.
If you enjoyed calling it with us, remember to like and subscribe, and make sure you hit all of those follow buttons and subscribe buttons on all of your favorite social media, wherever you get your news and information, and make sure that you follow that Patreon if you would like to support us. Thank you so much.
If we called it on something and we forgot, please let us know in the comments on YouTube.